The single habit that separates people who build wealth from those who lie awake at night staring at the ceiling wondering where their money went is this: every month, like clockwork, without missing a single millimeter, it operates. Skip it a few times and you fall into such a deep financial hole that getting out becomes almost impossible. 30 minutes. Zero cost. But its impact on your long-term wealth is greater than your salary, your investment returns, or all the financial advice you'll receive in your lifetime. Most people never do it. Those who do achieve financial freedom. Those who don't work for years end up in the same place and keep asking, "What am I doing wrong?" I've watched thousands of people who earn good money but still struggle financially. The only difference between them and those who build real wealth is whether they perform this simple monthly ritual. If you work hard but feel like you're going nowhere financially, or if you want to understand how some people become millionaires while others stay in place, follow the channel and don't forget to like if this information helps you. Here's what's really happening. Most people view their finances as a mysterious, untouchable box. Money comes in, money goes out. They check their bank account occasionally, get stressed when bills are due, and get headaches when credit card statements arrive, but they never take a step back, look at the whole picture, ask what really happened last month, and sit down for a financial review session to make conscious decisions for the next month. And that's exactly why people earning $60,000 a year feel as poor as those earning $30,000. That's exactly why people earning $150,000 a year still live paycheck to paycheck. It has nothing to do with income. It's about whether you actively manage what happens to your money. And the critical difference between active management and passive hope is that monthly money meeting you have with yourself, where you review everything, update your strategy, and make sure you're truly moving toward your target instead of just treading water. Let me show you exactly what this monthly practice looks like and how skipping it can destroy your financial future even if you do everything else right. In the first week of every month, you block 30 to 60 minutes in your calendar. It's not optional. Not when you feel like it. Not when it crosses your mind. Without exception, every single month, you sit down and do a complete financial review. This review consists of, first, you open every account where your money lives. Checking account, savings accounts, credit cards, investment accounts, retirement accounts, everything. You write down the current balance of each account. Not because you're going to do something with this information right now, but because you need to see your complete financial picture. Most people have no idea what their real net worth is because they never look at all their accounts at the same time. There's a little money in checking, some debt on credit cards, something in a retirement account somewhere, but they never add it all up to see if they're moving forward or backward. So you write down every balance. $2,300 in checking. $8,000 in savings. $3,200 debt on credit card number 1. $1,800 debt on credit card number 2. $18,000 left on student loans. $45,000 in retirement. $12,000 in investments. Whatever the numbers are, you write them all down. Then simple math. Add up everything you own, subtract everything you owe. This is your net worth. This is your financial scoreboard. This is the only real metric that shows whether you're actually making money. Why is this so important? Because most people have no idea if they're making progress. They feel like they're doing okay because they pay their bills on time. Or they stress over unexpected expenses. But in both cases, they're making decisions based on feelings, not reality. When you track your net worth every month, the numbers tell the naked truth. Did your net worth increase this month? You're doing something right. Did it drop? Something needs to change. Without this monthly check, you can slowly become poorer without realizing it until you hit a serious problem. After the balances, you review all transactions from the past month. Every dollar that came in, every dollar that went out. This is exactly where most people quit because it feels boring and they don't want to face what they actually spent. But this is where all the power is. You can't manage what you don't measure. If you're not reviewing your spending every month, you're not managing it, you're just hoping it works out.
You go through your bank and credit card statements line by line. No judgment, no guilt, just observation. Last month $120 was spent at restaurants,
$60 at coffee shops,
$280 at the grocery store,
$45 on subscription services,
$350 on entertainment.
Whatever the numbers are, you categorize them: food, transportation, housing, bills, entertainment, shopping, whatever categories make sense for your life. Done monthly, this process takes maybe 20 minutes. Trying to do a whole year at once would take hours, which is why most people never do it. But when you do it every month, patterns that are completely invisible in daily life rise to the surface. You notice you spent $400 at restaurants. $20 here, $30 there, it never feels like much. You see you're paying for 3 separate streaming platforms you barely use. You realize $200 went to Amazon purchases that seemed necessary at the time, but you don't even remember what you got. These insights are literally worth their weight in gold because they show exactly where money is leaking from your life without judgment, just with the facts. Spending $400 a month on restaurants equals $4,800 a year. Is eating out really worth $4,800 a year to you? Maybe yes. Maybe it's one of your true pleasures and you have zero regret about that money. Great, keep doing it. But maybe you'd rather have $4,800 growing in an investment account for your future. And until you saw those numbers, you weren't even aware of that trade-off. This is the real power of the monthly review. Instead of letting things happen to your money, you make conscious decisions. Most people never actually decide where their money goes. They earn it, spend it on what seems important in the moment, and then wonder why there's never anything left. The monthly review shows you the gap between what you think you're doing with your money and what you're actually doing with it. After reviewing spending, you compare it to your budget. And yes, this means you need to have a budget. It's not a restrictive deprivation plan that stops you from having fun or breathing. It's a simple allocation system where you decide in advance roughly how much you want to spend in each category. You had budgeted $300 for restaurants but actually spent $400. That's okay, it's just information. But now you know it's time to either adjust your budget to reality or pull your spending back to your budget. Without the monthly review, you'd keep spending $400 while thinking you were spending $300 and wondering why you couldn't save as planned. This is the fundamental difference between those who build wealth and those who stay poor. Wealthy people see the budget as a living document that is reviewed, updated, and breathing every month. Poor people either have no budget at all or created one 5 years ago and never looked at it again. Your budget is not a stone tablet you write once and follow forever. It's a living document you reshape every month based on what actually happened and what's coming next month. Gas prices went up this month, so you spent more on transportation. Okay, update the budget. You were busy with work, so you spent less on entertainment. Great, move that surplus to savings. The monthly review is exactly where these adjustments are made. You look back, look forward, and update your plan according to real life. Now we come to the part that really makes the difference. After reviewing accounts, examining spending, and updating the budget, you make a very specific decision about your savings rate. Every month, you look at how much you're saving or investing and ask yourself if you can increase it a little more. Not doubling it, not big unsustainable jumps, just a 1% or 2% increase. Let's say you're currently saving 8% of your income. That's not bad, most people save nothing. But in your monthly review, you notice you spent less on entertainment than you budgeted. Instead of letting that surplus disappear into random spending next month, you increase your automatic savings transfer by 1%. Now you're saving 9%. Most people never even notice 1% less in their checking account. But over time, that extra 1% compounds into significant wealth. You build wealth this way without it feeling painful. You don't try to jump from 0% to 20% overnight. In your monthly review, you increase by just 1% every few months. In 1 year, you've gone from 8% to 14%. In 2 years, you're saving 20% of your income and you barely notice the increase because it happens so gradually. But the critical point is this: it only works if you do the monthly review. Without the monthly check, you never create these small incremental increases.
You save whatever you can and hope it's enough.
With the monthly review, you actively manage your savings rate upward over time, and this is exactly what creates financial freedom. Now let me show you with a concrete example what happens to someone who treats this monthly review like religion versus someone who doesn't.
Rachel and Michelle.
Both 28 years old, both earning $55,000 a year. Rachel does a money meeting with herself every first Sunday of the month.
Michelle only thinks about money randomly when bills start stressing her out but never sits down for an official review.
At the beginning of the year, both are saving 5% of their income, about $230 per month. In February, Rachel does her monthly review and notices she's spending $150 a month on subscription services she barely uses. She cancels half of them and raises her savings rate to 6%. Michelle keeps paying for the subscriptions because she doesn't realize how much they cost. In April, Rachel's review reveals she got a 3% raise. Instead of spending the extra money, she increases her savings rate to 8%. Michelle got the same raise, but her lifestyle expanded to match it, and she's still saving 5%.
In July, Rachel's monthly review shows she's spending $300 a month on takeout.
She decides it's too much, commits to cooking at home more, redirects $150 to investments, and raises her savings rate to 10%.
Michelle keeps ordering takeout constantly because she never reviews and doesn't even realize how much she's spending.
By December, Rachel is saving 12% of her income through cutting inefficient spending and the combination of small increases. Michelle is still at 5% because she never found the leaks in her spending and never worked to consciously increase her savings rate. In 1 year, Rachel saved about $6,000. Michelle saved about $2,700. A $3,300 difference from the same salary. And the only source of that difference was doing a monthly review. And as time passes, this becomes even more dramatic. In the second year, Rachel continues her reviews, keeps finding small optimizations, and pushes her savings rate to 15%. Michelle still tracks nothing and is actually saving even less because her spending has increased. By the fifth year, Rachel is saving 20% of her income and has built significant wealth. Michelle is still struggling despite earning more because she never took real control of her spending. The monthly review creates a compounding effect that goes far beyond the money saved.
The more you review your finances every month, the better you get at managing money. You start noticing patterns.
You train yourself to think strategically, so you automatically make smarter decisions.
You see savings and investment opportunities you would have missed before. This skill compounds over time.
After a few years of monthly reviews, you're operating in a completely different financial universe compared to someone who never developed this habit. In your monthly review, something almost more valuable than the money itself happens.
You check your financial goals.
At the beginning of the year, you set a goal to save $15,000. In your monthly review, you see that at your current pace you're on track for $12,000. Now you know you need to find an extra $250 per month to hit the target. Without the monthly review, you reach December, see you only saved $12,000, and feel disappointed, but you never had the chance to course correct throughout the year. The monthly review allows you to actively manage your goals instead of just hoping they work out. You can see if you're ahead, behind, or on track, and make adjustments.
Maybe you need to cut spending somewhere.
Maybe you need to increase income with a side project.
Maybe you need to recalibrate the goal to reality. Whatever the answer is, you can only find it if you do the monthly review.
This brings us to the final piece of the monthly review. You spend 5 minutes visualizing your financial future, not in some silly manifestation way, but in a concrete and strategic way.
You look at your current net worth.
You calculate where you'll be in 5 years if you maintain your current savings rate.
Does this future excite you or scare you? If it excites you, great, keep going. If it scares you, something needs to change now. Most people never do this visualization. They just drift along hoping things will somehow work out financially.
Then they wake up at 45 with minimal savings and wonder what happened.
The monthly review forces you to confront your financial trajectory every month. You can't ignore it. You can't assume everything is fine if the numbers show you're falling behind. And this uncomfortable confrontation is what motivates you to make the changes necessary to actually build wealth. Here's the harsh truth. If you're not doing a monthly financial review, you're falling behind.
I don't care what you earn. I don't care if you invest in your 401k or if you have a written budget somewhere. If you're not sitting down every month to review what happened, adjust your strategy, and actively manage your progress toward your goals, you're constantly losing ground to those who do this work. They optimize their spending every month while yours slowly creeps up. They increase their savings rate while yours stays flat. They catch problems and fix them while yours compound into bigger problems. The difference between those who do monthly reviews and those who don't start small may be a few $100s a month. But over 5, 10, 20 years, the difference turns into a massive chasm. The person doing monthly reviews builds wealth through 1,000 small optimizations and conscious decisions. The person who doesn't watches their money disappear through 1,000 small leaks without noticing any of them. And what makes this even more painful is this: the review takes 30 to 60 minutes. That's it. You can't find 30 minutes once a month to manage the thing that determines your entire financial future, but you spend 3 hours a day scrolling social media. That's crazy. This is the exact picture of why people work hard, earn decent money, and still stay poor. So here's your choice. You can continue doing close to zero active financial management. You can keep wondering where your money went. You can keep experiencing financial stress without understanding why. You can keep hoping everything will somehow work out. And in 10 years, you'll basically be in the same financial place you are now, probably worse, because inflation and lifestyle creep will quietly erode any progress you thought you were making. Or you can start monthly reviews today. Not next month. Not after the next paycheck. Today. Put a block in your calendar for the first Sunday of every month. Sit down and review everything. Track your net worth. Examine your spending. Update your budget. Increase your savings rate. Check your goals. Visualize your future. Do this without exception every single month. And in 1 year you'll be amazed at how fundamentally different your financial situation is. In 5 years, while your peers who skip this practice are still stuck in the same place, you'll be wealthy, and they'll wonder what your secret is. The secret isn't complicated. It's not an investment strategy, a side hustle, or an inheritance. It's the monthly 30-minute active financial management that most people are too lazy or too scared to do. That's it. The difference between building wealth and staying poor is exactly this. Do it every month or fall behind.